Okay, boys and girls, to get started making our amazing line landscape, today first we need to draw some lines on our paper to get to make it look like a landscape. We need a horizon line towards the top. You know that the horizon line is a line that separates the ground from the sky. So it doesn't matter what type of line you're going to draw. It can be straight, it can be curved, it can be slanted. I'm just going to do sort of a curved line for my horizon line. We're going to be having a sun coming up from behind our horizon. So I'm going to draw sort of a semicircle, just sun coming up from actually, it could be coming up or going down. It could be a sunrise or a sunset. But anyway, we only see part of it, and when we see the sun down near the horizon like that, we get some beautiful sunsets or some beautiful sunrises. So I'm going to draw some lines coming out from the sun to show those sun's rays. Now, when you do this, you can do straight lines or you can do curvy lines. It is totally up to you. On this example, I did some curvy lines. So now we need to think about what we want to do for our land and our landscape. We're also going to be adding some water down below, so I guess it could be called a seascape. But I'm just going to add some more lines in here to be the land. And then I'll start working on the water. You can show your water however you would like. You could do some curvy lines, or you can actually draw some waves up in there like I did. I think what I'm going to do is just do some lines something like this that look like water. So now we've got our horizon line, we've got the sun in the background, and we've got some water here in the foreground. Before we go too much further, I am going to outline my pencil lines. You know, outline means trace over. So my pencil lines on this one, I traced over with a black crayon. You do not have to trace over it with black. You can trace over those lines with whatever color you would like. What do I have here? Here's a black. I think I will do it with either black or brown. I think would also be nice. Alright, so we've been talking about line. We looked at some different types of lines and different directional lines. Our next step in this project is to add some patterns to our landscape and to up here into our sunrise, or our sun rays. A pattern is a line or design or anything that repeats over and over and over again. So in this example, we have some circles that are repeating. We have some repeating lines up here, a magical white crayon there. We've got some swirlies and some polka dots, different lines. So here's an example of some patterns. So patterns are repeating shapes, colors, lines, or objects. There's repeating straight lines, curvy lines, flowers. Anything that repeats over and over again is a pattern. So when we add patterns to our line landscape, you can add whatever you want. It doesn't have to be something recognizable even. It could just be a little design. Here's some more examples of patterns. There's the swirlies, flowers. These look like little teepees. Circles. These look like little candies. So those are just some ideas that you can use when you put your patterns in your landscape. Could be stars. There's our waves. little snowflakes, hearts. So you decide what you're going to put in your art piece. And you don't need to draw with pencil first. You can just go for it with the crayon. And just go ahead and start. I'm going to use some orange, I think, up here in where the sun rays are. So I'm going to do just repeating lines there. I could do those swirlies. I'm changing colors because I like to have a variety in my artwork. Okay, now that I am done putting all my patterns in all the sections of my line landscape, I would like to paint it. Now, if you have watercolor paints at home, you can paint this, or you could leave it like this, or you could color over it with crayons very lightly. But if you are going to paint, you should first get your painting mat. This is just a piece of construction paper. You could use a vinyl placemat or anything to keep your paints off of your tabletop. So I have some watercolors here, and I would like to think about using warm colors up here where my sunset is and cool colors down here where I have some water. So we've talked about warm and cool colors a lot. We talked about these colors last year. So your warm colors are going to be the colors that remind you of things that are warm or hot. So a hot sun, fire, hot coals, the yellow sun. Warm colors could also remind you of feelings of happiness. Can be shown using warm colors. So I'm going to choose these warm colors for the sun area. And then for the water area down here, I'm going to use some cool colors. So colors that remind us of things that are cool. Cool green grass, blue water, blue or turquoise water or sky, cold green grapes. So I'm going to be using those sorts of cool colors for the ocean. Now in the middle part I have land there. You could use whatever colors you want. I will probably use some browns and tans. So let's get started. I have a water cup and some paint brushes here, and I have my paint palette. And this paper that we're using is watercolor paper, so it should be able to handle us putting water on it. So what I like to do before I start painting is I like to put just a little bit of water on the sections that I'm going to be working on. And then I'm going to take some water and wet my watercolors, swirl my paintbrush around just like a ballerina on her toes. And then I can use my palette over here to mix up these colors. Maybe I want it a little lighter. With watercolors, if you want a lighter or a more transparent color, you can add water and mix it in your palette, like that. If you get too much water on the paper, you can always grab a tissue and sort of blot it. Catch those drips before they run off the paper. We did a lot of that last year, didn't we? We always had some tissues handy, just in case of emergency. Emergency meaning paint running into other colors. But sometimes when the colors run together, it's pretty. Now I have this color mixed up over here in my palette. I think I'm going to add some orange to that. Get kind of a yellowish orange for my sun. Now the crayons that we have used to put the patterns on our paper should be pushing away that paint a little bit. You can see over here the the fuchsia sort of pushed away that yellow paint, and it's doing that over here. Now I don't think I used any of the magical white up in the sky there, but if I did, that would be shining through right about now.
Chirp with joy like a cricket song. I am gray today, gloomy and damp like a morning fog. I am orange today, loud and messy like finger paint on the wall. I am red today, hopping mad like a playground ball. I am black, strong and tall, a great big bear. I am purple today, bright and happy like a butterfly in the air. I'm a rainbow today, all the colors of the world. I'm a rainbow today, all the colors of the world. I'm a rainbow today, all the colors of the world are in me. I am yellow today, I shine my light out like the sun. I am white today, soft and quiet like new snow. I am blue today, calm as glass and cool like the sea. I'm a rainbow today, all the colors of the world. I'm a rainbow today, all the colors of the world. I'm a rainbow.
Okay, and there we have it, our line landscape watercolor. So this needs to dry flat. If we need to move this and you pick up your messy mat, you can carry it flat. Otherwise, just leave it right there to dry. And I can't wait to see how your line landscapes turn out. Have a great day, boys and girls.